Right. Okay. Well, first of all, thanks very much for doing the interview, Dale, and IGN. This is the Seneca Rocks mansion of the EATT faction. This is one of our HQs, secret HQs that we have at the highest point on the map, the picturesque Seneca Rocks mountain range, which have a beautiful view. We in the clan also have this secret way of greeting each other, which is the cooking emoji. Yeah. Do you know what? It's amazing the number of times because we've got such a big Facebook following. We've got, I think, nearly 2,000 members on the group, and it's all, not just PlayStation, it's PC, it's Xbox, it's spread everywhere now. So it'd be surprised how many times we bump into the people and they're like, "Oh my God, you're Darthnick from the Facebook group," or "Oh my God," and they know the emoji, they do everything, and we just sort of chill out together then. So it's a great way of meeting people. Make friends and eat people. I personally wanted somewhere that was difficult to attack. We do a lot of PvP, a lot of fighting other players and other factions and other clans. The EATT group has a sort of a sub-faction military wing called Project Mayhem, which I run sort of pretty much exclusively with a large roster of very good PvP players, and we have little battles and wars with other players within the game, and that's usually set up through Facebook. But it's no holds barred, just shooting each other for hours on end and destroying each other's camps and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So this is just your main sort of entranceway, and there's a little viewing platform here that you can sort of look out over the rest of the map. You can see in the distance there the top of the world, which is one of the places where the main raider faction is. That you can, used to be before they all died out, but you can go and investigate that. There's a whole story mode behind that. We originally started out as quite a small group here at EATT, and then very quickly took off with the help of Chris Grohl, also my girlfriend Lisa, and my friend here Marcus, who sort of stood around in the background, and various other members of EATT. Abraham as well, who all came through to sort of promote the group through Facebook, YouTube videos, on Reddit, and also on Twitter and various other sort of social media sources. Yeah, that's right. We love Todd. Yeah, he did mention us in an interview, and we're obviously a big fan of Todd and his games, and all the people on the admin team for EATT have been playing Todd Howard's games for many, many, many years, and Fallout 76 is just really a culmination of sort of everything we could have hoped and wished for from a new Bethesda game about Fallout. I mean, what's better, Fallout with your friends? Yeah, we'll take a little trip upstairs. This is the main crafting room, obviously. I won't sort of bore you with too much detail. On the walls here, we can see previous boards. This is like a great part of the game where you can undo challenges. And they sort of do like 3 or 4 boards a year. It's a seasonal thing, spring, summer, winter, and fall. And there's lots of cool stuff you can unlock. Like this derby racing game that increases your intelligence, and the intelligence gives you an XP buff, so you can sort of come back to your camp here, and each one of these items will give you a little bit of a buff before you go back out into the wasteland. So yeah, we really get into that side of things, man. The camp building, PvP, just everything within this game. It's got something for everyone. That's exactly right. Come take a seat with us, yeah. So this is one of our main meeting rooms where we come to chill out missions and also fights with people. We can come back here, use the buff machines, use the weights machines, increase our strength, increase our perception and charisma, and all these other things that give us buffs in the game and make us better fighters and raiders. Okay, so EATT stands for deep breath. The establishment of Appalachian taste testers. Okay, which is a euphemism for the cannibalistic tendencies of the group. We were created in beta by myself, Chris Grohl, and my girlfriend Lisa. Brought on many more members since then, or nearly up to 2,000 now cross system. And the original idea for the group was just to create something in-game that was player-made and take advantage of the... Oh, he's just left a little gift on the table. Just take advantage of the, this rich sandbox that we've got to just sort of create player-made stuff that maybe Bethesda hadn't thought of yet. So, for example, one of those things that we did was to have a fight club. Speaking of which, if you want to just join me up on the roof. Pretty much nothing comes up here, but I think I can hear the whirbirds of a vertibird in the distance there somewhere. Oh, yeah, there it is. Don't mind them. They're fine. Here, let me... Oh, Jesus. How embarrassing. Just wait there. I'll be back. Yeah. There we go. I got a bit carried away there. Yeah, these weapons I'm using are super powerful. I've got all the legacies from beta and stuff that we've been hoarding as a faction and a clan for many years now. So we've got huge collections of weapons, enough to provide arms and armor and weaponry to an entire army of people, which is pretty much what we've done, which has been good fun. So one of the things we do. Oh, watch your head. Should really shoot that down 1 minute. See if I can get it. Oh, he's at the wrong angle. They're really difficult. These are super. These little vehicles here actually have inside this box. It should have a nuclear key card that we can use to launch a nuke. So, well, we'll get back to that later. It's gone over the side. Yeah. So we started doing Fight Club, which was naked bare knuckle boxing. We originally started doing that with a chap. Oh my god! We originally started doing that with a chap called Patches O'Houlihan, who was a great guy. If you ever want to talk to someone about the Fight Club scene, he created it in beta, and basically they create bare knuckle boxing arenas. So it's a huge boxing arena, like my camp here, but designed in a specific way. So it looks really good, and they'd have a little box where you'd come in and you pay, and they'd have bouncers on the door, and there'd be betting on the fights. So you'd bet caps against somebody else, and if you win the fight, that your fighter wins the fight, you win the caps. And it was just a lot of fun, man. They even went as far as making a roulette wheel and having its own casino, and went full Las Vegas on that stuff. So it's like I said earlier, just anything that's player created, anything that you can do outside of what Bethesda wants you to do, like the story mode and events, you can create whatever you want. You can make your own story. I was a bare knuckle boxer for 18 months at one point, just winning fight after fight every weekend, and people winning money on me on the bets, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, so me and Chris were thinking up ideas of what kind of faction could we make if we wanted to make a player-made group in the game. And I floated a few ideas. One of them was, well, we've got this cannibal perk. We can eat people when they're downed. We can make a cannibal faction like in New Vegas. There was the White Glove Society in one of the previous Fallout games, who were a fine dining establishment, but also cannibals, sort of secretly. And we just sort of ran with that idea, and that's why we created EATT. And it was just a gimmick, essentially, to sort of have a bit of fun within the game and make lots of friends and get people to come and play with us. And we had our own initiation ceremony for the admin team. So on the Facebook group, if you wanted to become part of the admin team, if you're with us for long enough and we could trust you, and work together to sort of, put on these in-game events like fight clubs and various other things, we would sort of make it like, being initiated into a secret society, and have an initiation ceremony where we would all fight naked and beat the new member to death, and then eat them, whilst chanting, eat him, eat him, eat him. And then he would become a member of the admin team, which, looking back in hindsight, is a little weird. But at the time, we were just having too much fun with this thing, man, and we were just rolling with it. So, yeah, so we did it to meet people, kill people, and eat people. Yeah, yeah. We've had a very solid admin team on the group now for quite some time, so we haven't really initiated anyone, in that way for quite a while. But Marcus and I were discussing this. We were thinking maybe we could just do that with you, just quickly in the boxing ring here. If you wanted to, you can be initiated into the EATT hierarchy as well. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah, it helps. Hang on. So you don't have any armor on. No, that's fine. Let me just let Marcus know what we're doing. All right, cool. So it's all right. There, we have to kick you off the team so that you don't show up. And let me just take our gear off here. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, he's up for it. He knows what's going down. Excellent. Oh, and I better get rid of this explosive flamethrower. I got a legacy explosive flamethrower. I'm going to kill everyone. Oh, yeah, you'll have to take that off first. Do you know how to do that? So press set. Yeah, just do it now. It takes 2 seconds. So press the options. Press menu, settings, and game, and just go down to pacifist and switch it to off. All right, let's go. Oh, I didn't execute you. I hit you one time too many. Sorry. Yeah, you can always cut that bit out, I guess. Yeah, excellent. Sorry. Sometimes the button inputs lag a bit and it just throws that extra punch when you didn't want it to. Yeah, I'll just re-add you real quick and we'll just run it again. Hang on. There you go. Get you back into the team. Excellent stuff. There we go. Make it a public team so you'll be able to join it whenever you want that. You might have to fast travel to the actual camp. Oh, it's all good. Take your time. He's playing the gong. Yes, yeah, that's what we... Yeah, it is. It literally is. Right, oh, hang on. I'll kick you out of the team again. There we go. Yeah, as long as I keep moving, you should be able to see me. Oh! you didn't see all of that because of the I've got the chameleon perk, so I turn invisible if I don't have armor on. But yeah, I just ate you. Yeah, like we would just all beat you, and then it's whoever beats the meat quickest gets to eat. So whoever's quickest pressing that execute button when your body drops, that's the one who gets the meal. So. I'll put my clothes back on now. Oh, yeah, you'll have to fast travel to the actual camp itself. It's a real fiddly one. But it's all good. Excellent. Yeah, put your clothes back on, man. You've had the full EATT experience. Well, not quite the full experience yet, but most of it. You've had a bit of bare knuckle boxing. You've had a nice tour of the camp. You're a bit of a low level to realistically do PvP with you, but we can go see Jeepers camp later as well if you want. He's got a trap camp that's EATT themed. Yeah. Okay. Shall I? Right, and I'll message him, and then shall we get him? Yeah, I'll get him in the party now.